good
I've pressed it. I'm live. We're live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Mother's Day, a virtual hug with me.
No, it's not. It's just 6 o'clock here.
It's not 6 o'clock, but we're live. So what's a few seconds between friends? How you all feeling? We just thought that we'd jump on and talk about things and talk about lipstick and what people are doing with their lipstick and whether they should or should not. Let me see if the live thing is showing. Let's see. Is it showing? I don't know. We will soon find out. But let's still go on this stream and see if we can comment on that. Oh dear. Hold on a second. I've got my radio on and I have to stop for a minute and turn my radio off. So Kiki, can you take over and I'll come back to you in a minute. Take over with your lipstick. This is live and it's all going right.
I've got my lipstick on. My lipstick is...
Okay, I'm back.
What's my lipstick? It's powerful. My lipstick is Estee Lauder. It's called Powerful Red Rouge. So there you go. Now, today is Mother's Day, and it's such a good day because even though it's a strange... Mother's Day should be every day where children appreciate their mothers. It doesn't work like that. So one day you've upset them, one day they've upset you, one day this, tomorrow that. However, because there is a set day for children to behave themselves, we've got Mother's Day, Mothering Sunday. Normally we go to church. We thank God for all his kindness for those who go to church. And then maybe the children make breakfast, cook something, or take you out to lunch. I like the taking out to lunch bit because today we would have gone to this place in Wimbledon where they make surf and turf. And I'm talking about it because it's a hankering. I'm hankering for it.
Oh.
They make surf and turf and we have, I have steak and lobster with mashed potato and all of this, and I wear something nice, something new, like something, and it's nice because they pay for it. They make a fuss. I get chocolate. I like white chocolate, so I get something nice, and I like it. I like these things. I'm one of those people who was created for Christmas, Easter, Mother's Day, somebody's birthday. I can enjoy your birthday for you. I am that girl.
I know too well that you're that girl.
So, yeah.
Now, Candy, we're here. We spoke on Friday. There was just so much negativity, sadness, pressure from families, friends, no food in shops and that sort of thing. And everything that the Prime Minister or the government said was all about we're going into lockdown and so many people have died. And we thought we need to liven things up a bit. It's just too much. And we thought we'd do this just to see to share our coping, how we cope as a group of people, and especially women. And I know I wrote an article, I think on Monday actually, about needing more lipstick. And during the war, apparently, the sales of World War II, the sale of lipstick went up because that was the way that the women felt good about themselves, despite the fact that their men had gone to war and so on and so forth. So we are at war with this virus. And I think as a result, we should all pump up more lipstick, put on, because we could all lie in bed and not actually have our PJs on and go to work in our living rooms. That is not going to motivate anyone. A lot of us can stay at home and not actually have video calls, but just have audio calls, and that means that we might not even comb our hair. Why should we? We don't need to. But I think it's imperative that if we get up and we dress up, we're more likely. That's if we're well enough to get up and dress up. We're more likely to feel better in terms of how we motivate our families, the people around us, to also feel that there's a certain sense of hope and it's not all lost. So we talked about those things, and I mean, Candy, you've had your thoughts about survival. We were in school together, and some of the things that we're doing now, we've had to do for many years. For example, eating canned food as part of the regime. Tell us some more about that.
Well, I mean, we were in a boarding school, so we did eat canned food. I hated sardine, and I'm not so fond of corned beef, but you had to eat it with your gari and chito, which is separate from it. It's in this country, it's called a tack box,
Yeah.
but we called it a chop box, and because it's food chop that's in it, and we had all sorts of things that should last you up till half term, and then
Yeah.
it's replenished. For some people, their chobox, what was in their chobox, was supposed to last them for a whole year. And some people, it was just a few weeks, depending on the finances at home. But one of the lucky things was if you got visitors on a Sunday or Saturday, you would get food, and that was good. However, it teaches you how to be reliant on yourself, and it teaches you also how to be how to save, be careful about what you had. And it also taught you, because that's where people made very serious friends, because in situations like this where you had to save money, or you had to save or make what you had stretch.
Last, yeah.
Yeah, so it taught you a lot of resilience, and it taught you some common sense. It taught you. So with us, and I had brothers in the same school, and the funniest thing is their food would go in the first 2 weeks or something, and they kept coming to me to get gari, to get corned beef, to get. It was so crazy. But this is how it is, though. I mean, women are always kind of resourceful and
Yeah.
great planners when it comes to the food, which it shouldn't be. It should be everyone. And, so I think with that background, you're here. And for me, apart from all of the things people are buying, I buy in bulk.
Yeah.
I shop bulk happening in the year, and I buy certain things and have them. So I always have something, the basics, and then I shop here and there for things. And sometimes I'm busy on a Saturday. I can't be shopping every week. So that also helps. But then that brings the problem of you're not prepared for what is happening now. And then you enter the shops now thinking, oh my gosh, I must get this or that, or maybe I should get even bread for the week. And people get up, queue, go to the shops and buy everything. Everything. It's like locusts have appeared and just swept all the food out of the shops. Do you know what's happening now, though? They
No,
stopped
can
buying
we?
the toilet, and they're buying drinks. They're buying, because their pubs are closed.
Bread for them.
So they're in there buying all the beer and all of the things that they would, buy in the pub. And I find that very strange, because why are you doing this? I saw a video which was doing the rounds. It was on Facebook and on WhatsApp. An Indian man's house,
Mm.
and he had bought so much to feed the 5,000 for almost 2 years in his house. Even carrots and apples, bananas, everything.
Fresh stuff.
And I was like, first of all, some of the things are going to get weevils, and some of the things are going to get, they're going to rot. Unless he has a shop somewhere that he's taking these things to. And then you find out that some of these corner shops have gone in, bought the things at normal prices, and then inflated the prices outside. Now, that is all naughty, really. That
Yeah,
is.
I've seen some videos like that as well, and it is not on. And I mean, you can say that it is their season, blah blah blah, as entrepreneurs, supply and demand and what have you. But this is different. People are dying. People, everybody's humanity should come to the fore and not make profit out of this. There are people who have lost their livelihoods, actors, presenters, everyday taxi drivers, what have you. Everything has stopped. The government hasn't said anything about helping entrepreneurs. They're going to help employees up to a point, but there's nothing about entrepreneurs, and entrepreneurs are the backbone of this economy. But I think it will take some time for the government to understand how it can help them, because their gigs are very, very, rather precarious at the moment. Where the next paycheck is going to come from. So, yeah, it is a bit sad, but we're not here for doom and gloom. We're here to share tips. So, is there anybody out there that has some tips? Put them in the chat box below. When we finish, we'll go back in and try and answer as many of them as possible. But
one of the things that all of this greed is bringing out also is it's showing us how we can be quite nasty in times of stress, where in times of a disaster or something, where some people are trying very hard to be helpful to their neighbors and all of that. Some people are also thinking of just themselves, so they're around doing that, and we really must think carefully about our attitude and the way that we view situations as they happen.
I mean, for instance, last week, earlier in the week, I went to get some stuff, what I could find. I've stopped going to the shops now for a while. It's just depressing. And there was an old lady, not old lady, I think she was in her 70s. And she had just one thing. So I said to her she could come and stand in front of me. There was a long queue. And she was going to go maybe about 6 or 7 people behind me. So I said she could cut through and come and stand in front of me, because she's only got one thing. Even if she had a box, she wasn't frail, but I could tell that she was an elderly lady. And these are the things that we were taught as children, to let the elderly go first. But all of this has vanished. So perhaps when everything is over, we'll come back to basics, being respectful of our elders, being less wasteful and throwing food away and buying too much and then throwing it, that sort of thing. We'll learn to conserve energy, turn off the lights, and do things that will enrich everybody else rather than just us. I mean, I put down some ideas for the things that I would do. So, for instance, because I went to I didn't go to the shops to buy for myself. I went to the shops and got some stuff for mom. I delivered mom stuff, and I had a few things, and I thought, oh, I'm not really worried. What I found is that the kids have come home. They need to be fed, and I'm now having to look in my cupboard to see what I have. I have more beans than I have rice, so we're going to have to box them together somehow, and eat that if that is what it comes to. I'm just not going to go and stand in those lines forever anymore. I'll try and do once or twice a week, and that's it. I'll eat whatever I can find, and hopefully I won't starve. Because one thing that mum was always, I've never ever worried about food, where food is coming from. I know it's something that some people will say I'm lucky or whatever. It doesn't have to be caviar or whatever, but food as a thing has never been one of those things that's on my mind that I'll not eat today. So I'm lucky like that, and I have that mindset. And it's about thinking positively that eventually everybody will eat and everybody will have toilet paper. That's another thing. What do you think of the toilet paper thing?
I don't understand it. I am totally confused. They started buying the toilet paper before they started buying the food. Now, I wasn't sure what was going on, whether there was diarrhea involved.
Apparently so.
With the illness,
Yeah.
you get diarrhea.
Yeah.
I see, because
some people do.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen diarrhea in any of these medical things that are coming out. So that was a little bit of a surprise to me. But now that they finished buying all the toilet roll, they started buying food. And now that they've bought all the food in the shops, they're now buying the drink. So there's a path to madness.
But I mean, now that we're all sat at home, we're gonna get bored. There's so much sleep that you can do. We need to exercise as well. But the gyms are all closed.
So you can do exercise.
Yeah, we can dance. Everybody say left, everybody go right, and then we can do all sorts of things. But we can get our Zumba stuff on. So what's your dance called? What's your dance called?
I guess, as you can see, I am doing my.
We can all move. We can all stand up and go, yay! We can put the music thing on and dance. Dancing in your bedroom, dancing in your living room, dancing wherever you can for about 15 minutes. It's enough to get your heart rate going. Unless we're told not to go out at all and stay indoors, I'll try and do an early morning walk or quick run every day. Half an hour, 15 minutes to half an hour. I'll try every day. If I don't make the morning one, I'll try and make an early evening one. That means that the likelihood of you meeting a lot of people will not happen.
When? In the morning or in the evening?
Definitely in the morning. Fewer people out there. In fact, there's hardly anybody on the streets now. Yeah.
But if you go, everyone's going to go out in the morning because you said that there's no likelihood of seeing people, and then everybody will be out in the morning.
If I see people and I'm on my run like I was this morning, across the road, no human contact. I wave on the other side. There's something about joggers you'll find we tend to give each other high fives, wave and say good morning. It's about having a dog. Everybody sort of goes, yay, keep going. But I cross the road and wave to people so that we don't cross each other. That sort of thing. That personal distance.
Are you working from home?
Yes.
Okay. So working from home, you will go out in the morning for the jog, come back, and then have a day of work, and then have lunch.
Yes.
Go back and or maybe put on some music and have a dance.
No, well, it helps to go out. Well, I could put on some music. Well, whilst I'm working, actually, I have music in the background. I have very hard, uplifting music, like "I've got the power," that sort of thing, bobbing along.
While you're working.
Oh yeah, Hey, no, you have to. Working from home can be one of the loneliest things ever. So what I tend to do is at around between 12 or 1 or 2, I go out for a walk. 20, 25 minutes. Get some fresh air.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the evening, when the gyms are open, maybe I'll go to the gym, but now there are no gyms. So I'll just go for another walk or do something else, maybe housework or something.
So you will go for 2 walks in a
At
day.
least. Yes.
And people, please, I don't want to lie. I don't want to pretend. I will go. I will go maybe once.
You
And
at
only if
least
I have
one.
company, if one of my sons will go with me in the morning, because we are all working from home. So if someone is happy to come with me, we'll walk around in my area. There are nice areas to walk. Come in and that's it. I will do work. Lunchtime, I don't mind hopping about doing some music because yeah, I don't play music while I'm working. It will just distract me. But I can play music at lunchtime and have a bit of a dance or something. And then go back to work. And that for me would be good. And it will be satisfying. Let's put it that
Mm.
way.
It's I mean
So my point is there are different types of human beings, and I don't want people to feel that because you are going to be doing this strenuous working of jumping up and down, going out, doing the jogging, coming back. Everybody should do. Please, there's also me. People may be like me, and so please just be calm and just be cool. In fact, sometimes I don't go out. I go to work during the day, 9 to 5. I do. I don't go out. I may enter my office and I don't go out till I'm leaving. Now, that doesn't mean that I sit at my desk all day.
okay.
However, yeah, I mean, I may go downstairs, eat somewhere, all those things, but it is not me to go outside and go for a walk. If somebody has a temperature in my house, or if I have to go to Boots or dash into H&M or something, yeah, I'll do that, Superdrug, etc. But only if I have an errand to run in the afternoon. Apart from that, you know, I walk all the way to the bus stop and then all the way. So this is why I'm going to be dancing about in my house, which gives it, these are the perks of working from home. Because you're at home, you may be able to do something nice. Um, Instead of, you can't make noise when you're at work, blah, 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 blah. If you're at home, you may change it a little bit and play some music. I am very partial to um Afrobeat. So I'll hop
Yeah.
about with Afrobeat and all of that. I
Got
don't
my
really do.
money.
Yeah, yeah.
Got my money. There we go. There we go. There we
Okay.
go.
Now that one is easy. Or there are newer ones out there. But I mean, the point is, you can do that. And even if you didn't do that before, right now, if you're working from home, you're at home all the time, you need to do a little bit of exercise just to. And also, there is something I saw. Nike has a website where you can go on there, go
Mm-hmm.
onto the Nike on the internet, and they
Okay.
have exercises that you can do free. You can do all that. You can go on YouTube if you like and find somebody, and do some exercise. If you type exercise in YouTube, you'll find something to do. So there's so many things to do that will keep you, as a woman who we're always concerned to be healthy. I'm not saying to lose weight or any of that, because if I said that, I'll be lying. I'll not say
Me
it.
too.
But in the health aspect of it, if you think, oh, what shall I do just to keep myself ticking over, which, even I do, then you can go on the Nike website, look for their exercises, whatever fits you, do.
Okay.
There are some Japanese exercises you can do on YouTube, and all of that. It's not too much stress, but it's good for you.
Yeah. Okay. Now, Candy, what do you think of putting your makeup on before getting behind your laptop?
I, as you can see, I am at home.
Ooh.
I haven't been out at all today. No church, no nothing. However, I do have my lipstick on. But that's because, as I said at the beginning of the video, I am somebody who likes these things. I love birthdays. I love Christmas. I love Easter. I love Mother's Day. I love somebody else's birthday. If you want me to celebrate your birthday for you, myself, I will do it. I will get up in the morning, sing songs, jump about, play Niger, and if I get the chance, sip some bubbly. That's me. Oh.
On
Now
behalf
to
of
do
somebody
all,
else.
yeah, you know. So to do all these things, as for my lipstick, it has to be on. Today I'm wearing makeup, face powder, and a bit of foundation. But that's because I have I've got this rash that I don't know what to do with it. So I thought because I'm coming on, okay, let me do. But as for my eyebrows and my lipstick, hey, no, 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 no. I don't leave it all. I buy the lipstick and I put it on. I even go and search. Sometimes if I get some extra money, then I think, oh, what shall I buy? What color? I wear black. I wear brown. I wear red. Red is my signature, but I wear.
You were. I haven't ventured towards the darker side too much in terms of
Hey.
lipstick, but I like the brighter red, oranges, and stuff like that. But who knows? It's the time for lipstick, so who knows? I might venture into, the blues and the mauves and the. I'm not sure
Oh,
about
that
black.
mood thing, and I do wear my blues and my black. I like black, very dark brown sometimes. When I'm going shopping, I just sometimes it's as if you get up every day, weekday, you put on lipstick. Now I'm giving you all my secrets, which is not,
It's good.
but
It's
truth
good.
be
We're all
told,
learning from each other.
yeah, you see, every day, weekday, you get up, you dress up, and you go to what job you do, depending on how bold your lipstick can be, etc. My signature is red, so the redder the better. You can't stop me from that. However, on weekends, I wear my black, my dark brown. I look for, and in fact, when the sun comes out, I'm always in purple. Different ranges of it, because for me, lipstick, eyebrow, and pens and perfume are my thing. I I need to have something for myself, and I always need to feel myself. And these are the things that make me feel myself.
Good. And today, even though I haven't been out, getting dressed, I put everything on, I even put perfume on.
Wow.
Because again, it's about keeping one's routine. What's the point in, you don't even know what's going to happen tomorrow. So wear your perfume, for heaven's sake. Make yourself feel beautiful, as long as you're well. Even if you're not feeling well, a bit of a lippy might lift your spirits. Who knows? I mean, so that's my thing for keeping yourself motivated, keeping yourself generally keen to try different things. Even keeping a routine is fine. My routine is get up, go out, go to the station, come back. Even if I don't have to go into town, I still keep that routine, and so on and so forth. One thing I did write though on my on the article on LinkedIn was that don't take your phone to the loo. Very, very bad habit. Just in case your boss you will call you. It's not very good. We don't want any more germs to create more things for our children and stuff like that. Leave a voicemail on your phone, even if it's for your personal mobile. So if your boss calls, the boss can get to leave a voicemail for you. But we live in different times, and people shouldn't use this opportunity to throw their power over their subordinates. That is something that I will stress to those who manage other people. Now, what else? What else did we say about family? calling
Yeah,
family.
most people at this time, people live, I don't know, our age groups, we have children. So we live sometimes with our children, sometimes they're not with us, etc. So for the people who still have children at home, I think it's a normal day. If you have a partner, people do say that if you are all at home at this time because of self isolation, etc., it then brings situations. So, you know, and
Yeah, because this
I,
is somebody that would go out in the morning and you both go your separate ways and come in the evening. And now you're sitting on top of each other. Gosh,
in
pressure.
China, a lot of divorces are kind of coming into the lead because of it. So I think once you're aware that if you spend too much time, there is going to be a fallout. One has to, well, both of you have to find ways to kind of balance the situation. One works upstairs, one works downstairs. You kind of meet for lunch, have a bit of a bop, a kiss, whatever, and then carry on. Because if you are falling over yourselves, I think it will bring problems.
Yeah, and I mean, who gets to use the study? Who gets to use the dining table? Maybe you can agree to alternate. You use the nice spot on Monday. I use the nice spot on Tuesday. That
There's a
sort of
nice
thing.
spot. There's only
Well,
one nice spot in your house.
well, normally, if you have a desk and one person uses that desk all the time because they don't have a need to, if you find that you're all at home and you're having to work from your bedroom, then eventually you'll start resenting the person who is holding the desk. So maybe a rota as to who gets to use the desk is something that perhaps a lot of people haven't thought about. But as time goes on, it will begin to manifest itself the way that people hold the remote control and what have you. So try and find a schedule as to who works where. What else? Chairs,
Uh,
good chairs. Good chairs. Get yourself a good screen. I've got a dining table chair here, but it's not very comfortable. So I need to do more, find a way of getting a proper chair because if we're going to be sitting in one spot for a long time, a good chair is a must. What do you think?
what else? You want a good chair? I've got a chair. I'm sitting on my chair. I'm quite happy with my chair.
My
But
chair
what
hasn't got a
what
proper back.
people,
It's just a dining table chair. It hasn't got a
yeah,
proper back.
it's not a dining table chair. This is my gossip chair. It's in a corner of my house where I can sit here with my friend and have a bit of a bubbly, and we can talk in the living room. So that's fine for me.
Have you got a spare
But
one I can
what
borrow?
you what you need is the tools to make your work possible.
Yeah.
So if they have agreed that you should work from home, you really need to start thinking about um, laptop or telephone or anything that's going to help. That's the other thing. And then also, if you want to, um, if you need, when you're working from home, one of the things is you need a discipline.
Yes,
And the
absolutely.
discipline is you get up in the morning, you get yourself ready, and you get on the bus or train or in your car and go off to work at a certain time. We all do it so that you're in time to be at work at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, whatever. Therefore, you can have that discipline. Of course, you're working from home, so you don't have to get up that early. But if you're
Mm,
somebody who wants to be like Lily and go for a walk in the morning, then you need to give yourself time to do these things and then settle down,
yeah,
do some work. You can have a cup of tea, exactly like if you got to work and had a cup of tea or on your way to, that sort of thing. And I feel that, in fact, this situation that we're going through, even though some people will be doing a serious good job at home and all of that, it is also time for you to take your time and take it easy and do some serious self-searching and getting yourself in a kind of a system that by the time you go back to work, you have self healed emotionally, physically, and you've done it. Because I have been thinking about that, that what ways am I going to benefit from this apart from the major objective, which is to stay healthy
Yeah.
and not to get sick because you're at home anyway. You try not to let anyone come into your home to come and infect you intentionally or unintentionally.
But
When
then,
that is out of the way, you can, find systems where your work life balance is even greater than it was before. Because I think with all the rushing around we all do, we kind of start neglecting ourselves.
yeah, I think, Candy, you mentioned something, and I wanted to come in very quickly. You
Okay.
mentioned that to keep yourself safe and healthy, people, by keeping yourself at home. What
Mm-hmm.
we also forget that even though people cannot physically come into our homes anymore, they still have the opportunity to come into our homes via our phones, via our
Oh,
devices.
yeah.
And we have to use this time to eliminate those who just bring negativity and stress. If we are able to start to screen those people and those situations that come into your life unannounced, and this is your time to sit back and say and review all those things that cause you angst and move and eject yourself or delete yourself or whatever you have to do. This is your time to say, it is my space, whether it's virtual, whether it's my home is how people come in. Even TV screens, the news in itself can cause us so much stress. So I limit my screen time, my news time now. I don't watch that much news anymore because it's got nothing but death, and especially places like Italy. So I don't watch that much anymore because I can't do too much of that because I'm not that kind of person who seeks that adrenaline negativity thing. I just want nice, quiet things. So I just eliminate. So it's who comes into your life and how they come in that we have to start to look at. What do you think?
I agree. It's imperative. This is your chance.
Yeah.
This is your chance to get your act together. This is your chance to take it easy and slow down. One of the things that people don't realize is travel is is one of the stressful things, and we do this every day.
Um,
You get out, you get on the bus, you get on the driving, people cross you, you scream at them and all of that.
Me, I don't I
All of
don't
that,
scream at anybody. Oh.
well,
I'm a
you
good
don't.
girl. Oh.
You don't, but people do. So all of that is cut out suddenly, and you have that hour or an hour 45. Some people take 2 hours to get to work.
Yeah.
Some people take, so here you are, you've cut out the travel going and coming. You are at home. But in that time itself, and one of the things that I was thinking about the other day was meditation. Mothers, especially mothers, this is your time to meditate and to get the vibration of the family in a kind of a balance. Yes, I like this. And so for me, today, Mother's Day, I did that. I meditated for a little bit. I just sat down quietly. And it was so nice because you will not believe it, but the world is quiet.
Yeah.
The world is quiet. Therefore, it wasn't difficult to feel a kind of a peace. I sat there. And now, when I say meditation, it's not like I'm doing some mad transcendental thing or anything. I just sat down and took some deep breaths, and I was calm. And then I
Yeah.
thanked God that, look at me, Candy. God, look at my children, big boys
Big
and
men, please.
big men. And they were excited. They were about to make me breakfast and all of this. And I was sitting there thinking, hey, and I'm alive. And we are all alive.
All
I
together.
thought. And
Amen.
so, as you see me today, I'm very calm. I have this, there's a calmness over me that is rare.
But it is good. It is good because we've probably now been forced to come to that place where we have a lot of time to think, to breathe, to give, to give thanks for even having food on our plate.
Mm-hmm.
Meditation is not for everybody. Some people
No,
some people just like to pray and do what that they have to do. I try meditation and I haven't always been good at. But for me, I think meditation is about stillness. Even if that stillness about being still in your own mind and trying to movement for me is my meditation. Walking in the park is my meditation. Um, Walking and thinking and just experiencing nature is my meditation. And I get to do that twice a day, Candy, twice a day. Twice a day.
she does it twice a day. Candy will push herself to do it twice a week. And let me
Oh,
tell you,
once
it will
a
be
day for me, please.
please, please, oh please, let me start slowly. And let
Okay,
me come and tell you that I've managed. Okay?
okay,
Because apart from everything else too, I'm a scaredy cat. So please, I beg you, let me start slowly. I'm quite happy to start slowly, and then one day I may tell you I did it once a day, and you're going to be very proud because I've done it. But there you
okay.
go. I mean, the whole thing is, you don't have to sit down like me and just feel calm and bring everything down and
Mm,
all. No, do what suits you best, but do it in your time. Do something that will give you inner peace.
mm,
Something, because I'll tell you, and if anyone tells you, oh, I'm not bothered by, they are lying. Everybody is lying. We are all nervous. We do not know the level of what is happening. We do not know what is happening. We are hearing news about people dying all over the place. We are not sure who we are seeing, because some people are carriers and some people may have it and they don't show any symptoms. So you see somebody, you say hello, blah 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 blah, push, they sneeze and something.
mm.
Meanwhile, there's somebody who is coughing and it's got nothing to do with COVID-19.
Oh, it was
You
I
know,
think about a week ago I went to Waitrose and this one coughed behind me. Oh God, how quickly I moved. I was like, oh God, what's he got? You know,
mhm.
we're scared of
So
our own shadows.
yeah, we are scared at the moment. If you're not even scared, you are anxious, you're worried about these things.
Mm,
So to try and have the habit of calming yourself down
mm,
and thinking positively that
yeah.
this too shall pass. And I'm
Amen.
not saying it like the Christians say, has had experience in life and knows that however bad a situation is, you will live through it.
Mm,
If you have that spirit, if you cultivate that spirit, it will pass. And that is what we want, that it passes. You see, I am trying to tell myself and to tell my people that this is a phase. There were bigger wars that people, children were sent to war and they died. They never came back.
Yeah.
There were all sorts of situations where women lost their families outside. There were situations where women lost their husband outside. But here we are being asked to stay inside. That is a plus. Inside. So whilst we are inside, let us pray that whatever evil is looming outside, it goes.
It
So
goes,
that,
it passes over.
like the Passover.
Yeah.
And then we
Will pass over us.
mm.
But
So
as women, we also are the backbone of the family. If
yeah.
we unravel, everything else comes apart. So we hold a lot of our family's hope in our hands and how we project ourselves. It is, I'm sure dads do their bit as well, but everybody seems to want their mom to soothe their ills for some reason. So as if you're walking around anxious, don't forget that the children or the people around you will also feel anxious, and it will feed into their own anxiety. So you'll then have a circle, a vicious circle of anxiety. You feed it to them, they feed it back. It's about trying, like you said, trying that calmness.
Yeah.
Trying to find that calmness, knowing that this too shall pass with prayer. I mean, prayer is one, but you also have to help yourself. God cannot come down from heaven and wash your hands for you. You have to do something. You have to do some of it.
I'll tell you a trick. I'll tell you a trick I did. I have people. Gina, I could not find Dettol anywhere to buy.
Hey, I got some from corner shop.
So
£4.50.
My son went into the corner shop on Friday and rang me and said, Mom, I've just seen Dettol. I said, buy it. I said, how many is there? He says 3. I said, buy all.
So I've put Dettol in the normal pumps in the bathroom so that even if they forget to use the sanitizer, if they wash their hands, they get Dettol. But Dettol has this smell from childhood. Ugh.
We are trying to. They're staying alive. Staying alive. Stay alive.
That's what it's all about. Saturday Night Fever. Oh dear.
So basically, we're trying to stay alive.
Yeah.
And in view of that, we have no option but to wash our hands as much as possible. And while you're washing your hands and singing, I don't know, I don't sing the happy birthday song that much, I forget. But wash your hands and you feel like you've washed your hands. Some of us, we've washed our hands are all getting a bit funny and gnarled and everything. Another tip, somebody said to me, because when somebody sneezes or whatever it is, it lands on hand surfaces, we should be careful about wearing rings, bracelets, etc. If you wear huge things, it may land on it. So then don't wear it.
Okay.
So that's another thing. Now you're at home anyway, so you don't have to. But I mean, this is just a tip. Or maybe you can wear it at home, but when you're going out, take it off. I don't know. But it was just something that someone said. So there you go. Another tip.
Cool. So no big rings outside, no big jewelry, no chunky stuff, because they'd say it stays on metal longer.
Metal, hard surface,
Yeah.
And another thing is when you go outside, you go and do your shopping or whatever. When you come home, just take all your clothes and put it in the wash, and then change. That sort of thing. It's not. we're not going to be doing this thing like you're so scared and you can't do anything, and but just within reason, let us all together as a community, because the people who are listening, your friends, my friends, all of us, a community, we are a
Yeah.
community.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
this whole chat is a community chat. If we are all going to be thinking about situations like this, it's very important that we share our ideas. If people have ideas, I saw somebody put something on Facebook. I've just seen it.
Yeah, what does it say?
He said it is wrong for people to sell carpal for £20. I agree.
I mean, can you imagine if you're a mother with a young child?
child who has a temperature, you go into the shop and they're selling it for £20. That is really naughty. And then also I saw something else that she said that you may feel healthy, but please keep safe, because you have to isolate just in case you're a carrier, or
Mm,
isolate so the carrier doesn't come
yeah,
in contact with you. So that's another thing. We should always keep ourselves safe. And
safe.
it's
Yeah,
something, and it's worldwide, really. It's a worldwide situation where we all have to keep safe.
yeah.
All of
And
us.
I think overall, you remember at the beginning I was talking about small business and things like that. Um, can I just remind anybody who's sort of watching this, if you have a small business owner as a friend, as a family member, see what products or services they have that you can either buy from them or encourage your friends to buy from, because these are really hard times for everybody. And I believe the big boys will survive because they've got insurances that will cover all acts of God, and this definitely is one of those acts of God and what have you. But the small businesses, sometimes they can't even afford the insurance or the premiums for the really big the deductibles will be so, the excess will be so high that they can't pay. I heard on Women's Hour, I think on Thursday or Friday, this chap runs a um, dog hotel or whatever, so that when people are going on holiday, they leave their dogs with him. And he said this is the time that people start to go on holiday. And I think his capacity was about 30, and the capacity, and he normally has around this time, he has about 18 or 20 dogs. He said he's only got one, and that one finishes in a few days, and that's it. Nobody's going on holiday. I was supposed to go and see the Pope at the Vatican over Easter. It was fun. It was something that was on my bucket list. I've had to cancel that. So I don't know whether I'll get my money from BA. They've sent all manner of things, but do you know what? I'd rather be alive. I'm not going to Italy for Easter.
I think you will get your money back, because I've got a few friends who were going to Italy, but because of Italy closing its borders and also being on lockdown, they got their money back. Now, I don't know when you had planned, what dates you had,
It
but
was,
for everybody, depending on the dates you have
hmm.
where the lockdown is, all you do is contact BA. They'll send you your money back. Depending on how you paid for it, they'll put it back in there.
Well, they've
So
sent me an email saying that it's been cancelled and I should contact a number. So we'll see. But I've tried to call them and each time it doesn't go through. So I just thought I'll leave it. They've cancelled my flight, not me. So I have to find a way. But I don't have time to be sitting on the phone forever. So that's my dilemma. Okay, now the final thing that we talked about, Candy. This is like a big one for a lot of us ladies. The three things, main things, hair. What are we going to do? How are we going to go to the hairdresser? How are we going to? You mean
let me tell
I've got my wig, hair, nails, and lashes. How are we going to do it?
fine. Now, I am on a group, and on that group, it's a ladies group, a mothers group, and all of that. And on that group, we were discussing what we were doing over the weekend, and I said to them, well, one of the things that I was doing, which was yesterday, was, I mean, I told them I baked a pie and I cooked some food. I made a soup, and I made some chicken stew, Ghana style. The one that the chicken, when you chew the bone, it comes in, that sort of, yeah, I cook that one because when I have time,
It's comfort food.
it's comfort. And yes, when I have time, I cook like the old ladies of, when we were kids, and it's beautiful comfort food. I sat here with my boys and we ate it well. Now, one of the things that I'm going, no, it's not one of, but the things that I decided I'm going to do when I have free time, or when I'm not working, or, and I'm at home, is learn something that I have no patience for. Now, one thing I cannot do, and I have no patience for, is putting in eyelashes. Now, friends and family, people who don't know me who are watching, I beg you all, look at my eye. There is lash in it. I took my time, and let me close my eye and bat my eyelids like.
Come closer, baby. Come closer. I can't see. And look down. Hey, okay.
I took my time yesterday, brought up, and I buy eyelashes. So, and you see, this is the most pathetic story I'm about to tell you, which has got a bit of hilarity. Every time I go into Superdrug or Boots or even these beauty shops, I buy strip lashes, which I can never apply, never. Because I am the sort of person who, once in a while, I will go, if I'm going out or going to an event or something, I will go to the beauty place, sit down, close my eyes, somebody will put my eyelashes on, somebody will do my eyebrows, girl will have her nails done, and life is bliss.
Now, Corona said no.
Corona has afforded me the opportunity to learn. So I went on YouTube and I watched these people. I watched like 5, how to put, how to apply strip lash, how to do. And then I put my tools together, sat down, put my eyelashes on. It was all over the place. Once one of it was stuck on my eyebrow, another one, I think it went into my wig. I don't know what happened. I couldn't fit it properly. It was stuck to my nail. Hey, but I persevered.
Well done. I'm very, give me wink one and let me see. Wink. That's my girl.
I woke up this morning and I thought, in my meditation, at the end of my meditation, I said, Lord, one of the things I'm really trying to do is my eyelash. Please help me here. Amen. That was my final prayer.
Amen.
And then, of course, I am waiting. As you know, when gentlemen are making you breakfast, it's a long process. So I then went, took these eyelashes, sat down again, studied the whole thing, and there it is on my eye, applied. It was a one-go matter. Done.
Look at that. You're not just a beautiful face. You've got brains as well. So what was the issue? What was the issue?
I don't know what the issue was, because yesterday, the whole night, I couldn't do it. Then I gave up, had a bath, and watched Netflix. But today, it worked. And I'm so happy it worked, because it was something I was planning to share with you.
Well done. Aiko, well done. Flick. Listen, I think also because we have to, in terms of nails, right? My nails are a bit manky at the moment. But because we can't go to the nail bar, if you do it yourself, what do you have to do? You have to sit still for at least half an hour for it to dry. It will force you to be still and do your meditation or your thinking or your gratitude or whatever, because that's what painting your own nails does. You're able to be still. So use that time. That'll be one tip, because we all have to do it now. No more nail bar for a while. So I think that's it from me. Any tips? Any more hacks or tips, Miss Kiki?
I don't know. I mean, this is our first one, and in these few days, because we still haven't had the lockdown, we're just having self-isolation and all sorts of things. So I think in that time, and also people are being encouraged, the word is encouraged, to work from home, not to go to bars, and encouraged. So I think whilst people are being encouraged, if you have that opportunity, stay at home. And if you are on the spectrum of maybe you have asthma or some respiratory issues, stay at home. And if you feel that it will be safe for you and your children, because some people have young children, school has closed now, so they'll be at home. This is the opportunity for you to bond with your children and talk about things and find out what they're in, because now they're at home and you can find out what they, especially the teenagers, you can discuss their interests and all of that. Now teenagers do get stroppy. That is one thing. I've gone through it, so I know. And even when they don't intend to, or they do get, so you have to have the patience to wait for them and then start to get it used. You will find a balance, because
Yeah,
whatever, you're their mother, they love you anyway, and it's just unfortunate that but for you, it's a good thing, because this is how we get to know our children. Some
yeah,
of our children are getting out of hand. They are doing things that we ourselves are not proud of. But then sometimes you look at it carefully and you think, we don't spend enough time with our children. We don't know them that well. So
yeah,
even though you may think that you are strict or you are bringing them up well, they pick up all sorts of other characters and behaviors outside of the home. Now,
yeah,
whilst you've got them, this is the time for you to start to build a beautiful relationship. I feel that the positives, of course, there are a lot of negatives, and
yeah,
you don't want to dwell on the negatives of the things that are happening right in our face in the news, etc. But the lining that is on the side of it is that you have an opportunity to get hold of your family. You have the opportunity to talk to your children. You have the opportunity to get to know what their interests are, what their worries are, what there's anything at all that maybe they haven't had the chance to talk to you because they feel you're tired, you're busy, you're not there, etc., etc. I think that
mm.
this is your chance. So take it. Take this chance. And this is
Also,
worldwide, happening all over the world. This is not a London issue,
mm,
or because you and I in London. No, this is worldwide.
yeah, I mean the thing is on if you think about this is our first proper week of, or we're going into, for some people will start next week, the work from home thing will start properly next week. The first week at home with the kids is going to be tough, whilst you both find ways of living together, even though you live together, living together 24/7. um, but as hopeful, I'm a hopeful person. Eventually, it will get better. What one of the things that could work is taking it in turns to cook, or teaching them how to cook,
It's
or doing
fun.
it together.
It's fun. It's fun to cook. And I
Yeah,
mean, I don't know how many children are watching, but one thing I always say is a man who cooks is foreplay for me. And really, I teach my children how to cook. I try to let them do certain things. There are times when I come in and I don't even walk into the kitchen. I don't,
And it gets done. But there are a lot of kids who can't cook anymore, or even if they can cook, they get takeaway is part of their everyday. But home cooked food,
no,
yeah.
there's not much takeaway out there. Everybody's a little bit nervous about certain restaurants and things. These days, we hear all sort of horror
Mm,
stories
mm.
about rats, mice, cockroaches, etc. So this is our time. This is why I'm saying,
This is our
actually,
time to rebuild.
this is the
Time to
time to rebuild.
rebuild. Yeah.
I read a poem somewhere, and it's very difficult reading poems in talk shows, etc.
Go
However,
on. Go on. Tell us. Tell us.
no, I haven't got it here because I saw it earlier and I thought, no, I mean, it would be too long to read out. But the truth of the matter is, this is the time for the earth and the humans to heal.
Mm,
All living things are going to rebuild from now. And we
yeah.
may have a whole different attitude to what is around us. We may
Yeah.
start to look at, by the time all of this is over, our whole attitude to a lot of things will change. Will change.
I believe so. I can
For the
already sense it.
Mhm,
Things
mhm,
are being leveled, and it's all
mhm,
around people's health. And then I
mhm.
think so far I've seen a lot of generosity from people so far, and I hope it continues. And it's not just because of this thing. People are stopping and talking, asking how you are, and saying, "Mind how you go," and Oh, but one last thing:
Mhm.
Waitrose has
Right.
stopped making free coffee. I'm not happy.
Uh,
Free coffee
Free coffee.
Waitrose, no more. I'm not happy.
Why did they used to give free coffee?
You're not a
They
coffee head, so you won't know.
no, but Waitrose. I mean, why are they giving you free coffee? Huh?
Everybody, if you go and you get a waitress card, you get free coffee. Anyway, that's my only thing that's upset me over this whole thing, my free coffee. But it's okay. Amazon has delivered my other coffee, so I'm fine. I have to have my coffee, you know that. But shall we just finish off? And I mean,
No,
my final, yeah,
no.
go
The
on.
plan was to speak for an hour, and we were a
Yeah,
little bit late. So I think 7:15 is it. So if people have comments to make, that's fine. I've noticed that a lot of people have made comments in some of this, and so I'll share it with the rest of
yeah,
you who are watching. Is somebody says this is a season where isolation can bring families to the dining table. Now,
yeah.
the reason why I picked up this actual comment is because people don't sit at table.
Mm,
People don't, people have dining tables in their homes. People have nice dining tables. They spend loads of money on buying a dining table if you have a dining hall in your, dining area in your house. But very few people sit there. I mean, I remember years ago, I went into somebody's house and it's all full of bills, and I'm not used to that at all. A dining table is for you to sit down with your family and eat and chat and talk about the day or whatever. And maybe the whole day, even if you're all in the house all day, you are all doing different things. And this country, actually, because maybe it's cold, I don't know what, but the children are always in their bedroom and watching their telly, their games, etc., etc. I mean, I'm not against it. I'm saying this is how it is. Children
mm.
are always in their bedroom. So in the evening, right now that we're all at home and people are working and doing whatever and whatever, in the evening you have an allotted time that you agree to. It is your life, your home, and everyone comes down and has dinner. It's nice. You will see that from there you are learning from each other. From there, something will come out, a discussion will come out, especially when the food is nice. People do say interesting things, and the whole thing is to build the family is, I'll tell you a story, and this is very important because when something terrible happens to you, That's when you know your family. It's
Yep.
not when something good. It's not when some grand thing or you win money. No, 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 no. Though you get friends, hangers on, etc. But when you have a cancer, when you have cancer, when you have some horrible thing happen to you, or when a situation occurs, then there is family meeting, then there is family, and you will realize that in those moments there is no friend around.
Mm,
None.
mm.
Now, if your family is consolidated and rooted well, your issue is done. Your issue is sorted. You will get it.
Absolutely. Um,
So,
one thing I will add, though, to the dining table thing, in
mhm.
order for the kids to feel comfortable, issues should not be brought to the dining space.
What do you mean issues, please?
So if you haven't cleaned your room, or you haven't, you're still, you haven't cleaned the bathroom, you haven't, that should not be a dining table thing.
No.
So that otherwise will alienate people. So people should understand that that as
People
we start to
get out.
rebuild,
The people who haven't cleaned their room will get out. It causes a tantrum and leave the So please, let's discuss tidying of room, etc. separate. However,
yes,
I think dining table, discussions can be
it should be
fun.
a safe space. It should be a safe space. That's
Exactly,
what I
exactly.
would add. What else? The
Um,
chat.
you can chat. What when I was a kid, we used to, after eating, it was always somebody's turn to, let's talk about, we bring up something like, for example, what would you do if we won the lottery? What would you do?
Oh,
What would so you can talk about that, just light, something light, but to involve everybody. Or people talk about what happened. You won't believe what happened when I went to this today, or you won't believe what Mary said the other day, mommy.
yeah, yeah,
Or so, and especially when the food is really good, things
yeah,
come up at the dining table. Trust me.
yeah.
Discussions are had, yeah. Hmm. Very much. So
Cool.
I think the dining table thing is really good. We should all try it. All of us try it.
Yeah, try to use the dining table. So that's because nobody's going anywhere. We're
Yeah.
all. I think by next week, this time next week, we will be close to lockdown or something similar. So, but I think we've had a practice run of it because people are still going out and going to the parks and going to the beaches and
The
and stuff
parks
like
are
that.
being closed. The beaches in Australia are being closed. Um, because in Australia, the young
Yeah,
people who are going to the beach because it's holiday time and all of that, they believe that because they are young, they're not going to catch anything, or but they haven't understood that even if you don't catch it or show
you can pass
symptoms,
it on to someone else who is more vulnerable.
yeah,
Yeah.
so Australia has immediately closed the beaches. The parks here in this country have been closed. They were closed this morning. So an announcement was made on Sky News. That's where I heard it. That no more. They're not going to allow people to.
But then there's parks in London. People have left London and gone to coastal areas, gone to Scotland, gone to places like that to go and rave and do stuff. And so London is the hotbed of this virus. And therefore, can you imagine so many Londoners leaving London and going to infect the rest of the country? They should just sit there, stay home, and stop what they're doing, really. That would be my advice. Stay home, listen to the authorities, and stay safe.
Yeah. stay safe. We
And
need.
keep watching those hands. I will survive. Da, 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 da,
I'm doing
da, da,
my
da. Sorry?
I'm doing my exercise as I'm talking
You're
to
doing
you.
your exercise. Oh, okay. Maybe I should get up and do some exercise. Do, 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 do. Left, right. Hold on, hold
What,
on, hold
what
on. There we
song?
go.
What song is?
Yeah,
What song is
right.
that?
Sorry?
What song? What is do? What? Please, I
Anyway,
don't
it's
care.
all fun. It's all fun. We'll come back next week if we have time, if we have enough offers to do it again.
Yeah,
Like that.
if people want to us to do it again, we will. I am not sure how this is working because some people have picked it up. I saw my cousin just commented, so I'm happy that she's picked it up all the way from America. I love you so much.
Yay! So we're in
So
America.
I miss you, Akosia. Oh my God, how I miss you. But the point is, if people want to see this again, Sundays are good because everyone's at home. And so people can listen and all of that. But you have to make us know if you want to. Then we'll do it again. Otherwise,
Yeah, it's just us
I
chatting, really.
will be chatting into the air. I chat with Lily every day.
We chat a lot.
And this is these are the things that we talk about. So we could do that. But if you want to join in the chat, and also if you have comments that you want to make, please make the comment. If there's something that you want to say that you want to contribute or anything with this app, a few more people can be added on.
Yeah,
So
apparently up to 6 people, but maybe we can only manage 4 as we're building up. Maybe we
yeah.
can have one more person next week.
Yeah,
Next
we can
time.
have a person if you want to be on, but just know that you're going to be on for one solid hour. And if you have to be a casapoli so that you can talk, and if you keep quiet, we will overtalk you. So
All
yeah,
the way. All the way. Yeah.
so
Okay.
yeah,
Well,
so
thanks for joining. And I've enjoyed myself. It's another, and tomorrow is the beginning of another work week. And for some people, it will be different. For some people, it will be okay. A lot of entrepreneurs work from home, so for them, it's nothing new. But try and keep safe. Try not to hold too much. Because there will always, and that's one thing my mom always says, there will always be food on the table if we share what's on our plate. So remember that this too shall pass, and I wish you all the best for the coming weeks ahead, and of course, a lot of health. Final word, Miss Candy.
oh, I'm a shy girl, so I don't really have much words to say. I'm too shy. But all I want to say is to all the mothers on here, happy Mother's Day. May God continue to bless you. May God continue to put grease in your elbow so that you can do more and more for your wonderful children. Let me tell you that there is nothing, and especially when your children are young and you are stressed out. I can't believe that I was running to the nursery to work, to pick up, to this, to get. I had a teenager, a baby. Oh God, but all of that now is gone. And when they speak to me, they make decisions for me. They are this whole thing that we set up, they set it up for me with Lily on the other side. They were, yeah, oh man, and let me see, let me talk, let me hear your voice, etc. And I'm sitting there thinking, Jesus, is this me? My children have grown. It is all God. And so, with patience, the children do grow. And there is nothing nicer to see them moving about. It's Mother's Day. And there we are. My final word is I did do my eyelashes myself. There is nobody here. No one. And for that, it is my pride today. Every step is a good thing. And so this is it. I'm so happy that there are people on here listening to us. This is how we chat, Lily and I, and we are sharing this chat with you. I'm a chatterbox. I do Kiki's chat, as you know. So me, I'm chatting all the time. So yes, next week again we'll try. But I don't know the hang of this thing. So now before I'm going to find it out
We're
more.
all learning, and we'll. It's a learning. Everything is new. Everything is new. I've never done a Facebook Live before. With this particular app, I've done Facebook Live, but I've never put two people together before. I've done it all on my own. But I always find that conversations work better than just one person just pontificating about life. Generally, that's me. So it's harder when it's just one person. So yeah, we'll come back if you do feel that it is of value, or we'll change the format. This was just put together on Friday night, I think.
I've even made a friend. I made a friend on Facebook just
Yep.
now because of this show. Because this is somebody I think is your friend, but I don't know her. But she asked me for a friend. Yeah, one more friend. Yeah. Bye.
Bye. All right. God bless. Bye. Okay.
How do we switch this thing